And we're here in Travis on our way to the Niabi Zoo today.
We're super excited.
Yes, we're hoping we can get really close to some animals and get some information that you guys might not know and see behind the scenes of how Niabi Zoo works.
We're also taking Amber to see some snakes, so get excited for that.
Oh! That's going to be terrifying.
As zookeepers, all of our animals every day, we keep a very close eye on them. Medically and as far as their behavior, just making sure that they're a very healthy specimen. And by doing that, a lot of times we have to get hands-on with them. As a reptile keeper, pretty much all my animals I get hands-on a very regular basis in order to make sure everything's okay. She's actually very gentle. Would you be willing to have it?
Oh my gosh.
Now the main thing with these guys is they have a bad rap, snakes do, of being very aggressive. But in general, snakes do not want to bite a human because of the fact that we're not a prey item. Now, they will do it in defense if they're really afraid or if they're put in a bad situation, but otherwise, they're pretty easygoing.
So, as you can see, what I'm doing is training is super important for two main reasons. It has to do with the husbandry. We don't go in with any of our large carnivores. So the whole goal with the medical standpoint and training is to be able to manipulate them as much as possible. So when she stands up, you can see her entire stomach, you can see the pads of her feet, and also too, we can medicate if we need to. We can just keep a general eye on things. We do everything through positive reinforcement. So what that means is every behavior that's asked, training is never forced. So any behavior that's asked, she gets a food reinforcement to follow. So with that, I wanted to touch a little bit on the importance of training, but then also too, Leisha touched a little bit on the species survival program and what we do with breeding in zoos and outside of zoos. With me being the primary carnivore keeper, we have an Amur leopard and we also have a snow leopard. They're all in the species survival program, but with the Amur leopard, there's only 50 to 60 left in the wild. So it's huge that they're involved in that program. We can't stress enough the importance of the outside conservation that we bring in here as zoos. A lot of people have lost touch of that, and that's the main reason we're here, is for conservation. Well, what we're doing is a lot of people think that zookeepers just pick up poop and all we do is clean and feed the animals. We don't do that anymore. Zookeeping has moved to a whole new level. We all have college degrees. All of us have bachelor's degrees, some of us have master's degrees, and it's extremely competitive field now. We are scientists. I mean, we study these animals from the time we walk in the door until we leave at night, and then some. But one thing too is our jobs don't end at 5 o'clock. There's a lot of research that we have to do past 5 o'clock. In order for us to take care of our animals as best as we can here at the zoo, we have to do our outside research on our own time.
And we're very, our sole purpose is really to keep the standards up at the zoo. We are working very hard to get our AZA certification back, and we're constantly improving the zoo. So we're doing everything we can to make it the best that we can. So that means that we have to make ourselves as knowledgeable as possible. So,
Sure.
Yep.